finding the equation and graphing the line through a given point with a given slope. Okay, in some problems, you're going to be given 1 point. So you're going to know the line goes through this 1 point, and then they might also tell you the slope of the line. And with that information, we can graph the line, and then I will show you how to find the equation. So always start off, if you're given a point, start off with that point. So the point x equals -2 and y equals 3 is this point right here. Now from there, we'll use the information that the slope equals 5. Now remember, this is the one time in math where we actually prefer a fraction. So 5 is the same as 5/1. And remember, slope is the change in the y value over the change in the x value. That's the rise over the run. So when we say the slope is 5/1, that's a +5 over +1. That means every time you go up 5, you're also going to go right 1. So we'll start on our first point and then go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go right 1. And those 2 points are enough to draw the line. So there's the equation or the graph of that line. Now finding the equation is a little bit trickier, so let me show you the steps. Okay, so the first step is that you're going to replace the given x, the given y, and the given slope, so that's m, in the slope-intercept equation. So if you remember, slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b. So the given x is -2, that's going to go here. The given y is 3, that's going to go here. And the given slope is 5, that will go here. Now we still don't know b, and that's fine. So that was step 1. Now step 2, we're going to use algebra to find the value of b. So I know 3 equals 5 times -2 is -10 plus b. So if I want to know what b equals, I will add 10 to both sides. The 10 will cancel on the right, and I get b equals 13. So the last step to finding the equation is you're going to replace the m that you already have. So our m is 5, and the b that we just found, 13, into the slope-intercept equation, which, as we remember, is y equals mx plus b. So the final equation of this line in this case is going to be y equals 5x plus 13. Let's do another example to practice. So they gave us a point, and you always want to start by putting a dot on that first point. So in this case, we've got x equals 4, y equals -7. So that is the point right here. And then we're also given the fact that the slope is 5/2. Remember, that's change in y over change in x. Both of these numbers are positive. So every time you go up 5, you should go right 2. We can start on this first point. We'll go up 5 spaces, 3, 4, 5, go right 2 spaces, get another point. If you want to keep doing that, you can get more points, and then we connect the dots to graph the line. Okay, now for the harder part, which is finding the equation. There's 3 steps. Okay, step 1 is we're going to replace x, y, and the slope, which is m, into the slope-intercept equation, which you will remember is y equals mx plus b. So in this case, the y is -7. The slope is 5/2. The x is, let's make it green, the x is 4 in this case, and we're not sure about the b, but that's okay. For step 2, we will use algebra to find the value of b. So we have -7 equals 5/2 times 4 is 10 plus b. Now we'll subtract the 10 from both sides so that we can figure out what b equals. B equals, in this case, cancel the 10 on that side, -7 minus 10 is -17. And for step 3, we will replace the slope and the b that we just found into the y-intercept equation. And we will get a final equation of y equals the m, the slope, which is 5/2 x, plus the y-intercept b, which is -17. Plus a -17, we can just write it as -17. And there is the equation. Okay, we will do one more example, so hopefully it becomes easier and easier. We're given a point. The point x equals -8, y equals 0. That's this point. That's a good start for graphing the line. And we're also given the fact that the slope is -3/4. I always prefer to put that minus sign on the top. You can put it on the bottom if you like. And remember, -3/4, that's the change in y over the change in x. So every time you go down 3, you go right 4. So we start at our first point, we go down 3, we go right 1, 2, 3, 4. We get a point. If you want to stair step it and make some more points, you may. And then you can connect those points to graph the line. And now one more time, we'll have to find the equation. So there's 3 steps to follow in order to find the equation. The first step is we will replace the x, the y, and the m, which is the slope, into the slope-intercept equation. So in this case, the y is 0. The slope, what color we'll use, purple. The slope is -3/4. The x is -8. And then we still have plus b in the equation, and that's okay. We'll move on to step 2, which says use algebra to find b. Okay, so we'll say 0 equals -3/4 times -8. That's 6 plus b. We want to know what b is, so we want b to be isolated on the right. I'll subtract 6 from both sides, and it will cancel, and I will get the final answer that our b value is -6. Now the last step in finding the equation is we're going to replace the m, which is given here, and the b that we just found into the slope-intercept equation, which is the equation y equals mx plus b. So when we replace those numbers, we get an equation y equals -3/4 x plus -6. So we can just write -6, and there's the equation of the graph. And you can see -6 is the y-intercept, and that agrees with what we found on our graph.